Well, hello, everyone. Hello. As you're hopping on, make sure you say hi. Just trying to make sure I'm in all the right places. Give me 1 second to go live in my VIP group, and then we are going to be good to go. All right, I don't see that happening. Hang on 1 second. Let me do that a different way. Let me share it from here. 1 second. Share it to a group. There we go. Okay, we are good to go. So hello, everyone. I know I'm also on my business page. So in case I've not met you yet, I'm Jennifer Keller. And I thought it would be fun to hop on and talk about styling and jewelry and confidence. And as you know, I sell Park Lane Jewelry. And accessories aren't just sparkle. Accessories are confidence. And I want to share 10 ways that you can wear your accessories so that you will feel amazing every single day. Because who doesn't want that, right? So let's start with number one. Number one is the rule of three. And the rule of three is where you put an outfit together, you add some jewelry, and then you add one extra pop piece. And that pop piece, it can be like your necklace. Like right now with what I have on, this is my white little tank top I got from Amazon for like $25. And I put on little tiny hazy hoop earrings, but my pop piece is our Dakota necklace, right? Because this is the one that stands out. And another alternative that I thought about doing was our new Cypress earrings. If I wanted my pop piece to be earrings, I could have gone with this, maybe a simpler necklace, and that would be the pop piece. This is why you have to have multiple inexpensive tank tops from Amazon. I have it in black, I have it in white, because let jewelry be your star. And you know, when you're putting those three looks together, your outfit, your jewelry, and your extra pop piece, it doesn't have to be jewelry. It could be your purse, it could be a belt, it could be a scarf, it could be your shoes, but something that's just going to make it go from getting dressed to an outfit. So that's rule number one, rule of three. So speaking of simple styling, let's talk about matching your jewelry to your necklace. So generally, if you're going to cross the neckline of your blouse with a piece of jewelry, you want to do it by 3 or 4 inches so that your necklines don't compete. Because what happens when we have that necklace that lands right here, right? It's here, it drops in here, it comes back out. You spend all day kind of playing that game. So that's why if you're going to cross the neckline, you want to do it by 3 or 4 inches. So I did that with this one. And then here's another one where you want to imitate the neckline with your jewelry. So this is my denim shirt. Now I put a white shirt under here just so you could see the jewelry, but pretend that's not here. Because this is a V-neck, you want a V-neck necklace. So this is our Wildcat that has the black enamel and the crystals. That's going to be perfect with your V-neck. Another one is, oops, like if you were going to, let's see what I got here. Like this one. This is a higher neck. So this one, again, crossing it by 3 or 4 inches with our Ray Lynn so that your necklines aren't competing. So what do you guys usually do? Do you usually do that with your jewelry and your shirts, or do you just grab your favorite one and you're out the door? I mean, there's really no rules. These are just guidelines. I shouldn't call them rules. Okay, if you're stuck with your look, number 3, the easiest way to kind of pull a look together is with your arm party. So you want to stack it up. And with your arm party, it always looks better in odd numbers. And 3, start with 3. You can build up from there, but start with 3. And you want to, vary the textures, vary the widths. You can vary the metals. So, for example, here's one where I'm varying the widths. If you've seen me before, you know that the embraceable bracelet is my favorite. So what I love to do is take 2 embraceables and then add that wider one in the middle. And I switch that middle one out all the time. This is our Ray bracelet, which is a little bit thicker than the embraceables on either side. I could have worn that with what I have on. So you can mix up the widths of them. You can also mix the textures. So this one is our new Heartland. Now this is the style drop. Like if you girls have not gotten this, I can't believe it's still around. Like, our style drops sell out quickly. So this one you can grab for $40 with a $40 purchase. And I like to mix it with our new Lasso. Lasso, I know you're not supposed to have favorites like with your kids, but Lasso is my favorite from our new collection. So I'll take the Lasso. This is what I did last night. Again, with my white Amazon tank top, and I just mix them all in together. And when you mix your textures like that, it just kind of makes it stand out a little bit. So that's another idea with your arm party. And even though this looks like a bunch of bracelets, it's really just two. Like if you got this one for 56, you could grab this one for 40. Now you've got a whole arm party that you can wear together, you can separate. And then once you start building your jewelry collection, you can mix and match. I can add a couple of these. I'm wearing the Summit right now, see 3 of them. Now I did not mix my metals, I did not mix my textures, but I could add in, a couple of the Heartland in there. And now I've got 5 bracelets, which is cute too. So start with 3. Vary the widths of them, vary the textures. You could also vary the metals. This lasso, I don't have it handy, but this lasso also comes in silver. So you could wear a gold one and a silver one. You could also wear 2 of one of the other color, and really mix your metals. That would be quite a party. Or you could mix some rose gold with some gold. So look at this pretty arm party. I have on here our gem bracelet. This one's gold with pink crystals. And then I have our creme, which is a set of 5. They're all stretchy and they're kind of that peachy tones. And then I added our jewel bracelet. And the jewel comes in gold, but I added the rose gold just for a little bit more interest. So don't be afraid to mix your metals. There's really no rules. So I've got the rose gold jewel, the creme, and the gem bracelet. So stack those up. So those are some bracelets. Talked about our necklaces. Now let's talk about our earrings. So number 4 is if you're going to leave the house with one piece of jewelry on, it should be earrings. Earrings frame your face. They set the tone. So generally pick those first and work the rest of your look around them. So earrings, you could do studs, you could do hoops, you could do statements. Let's see what I got here. For studs, these are my favorite little travel earrings. These are called Whimsy, and they're studs, but they just have a little sparkle to them, which makes them a little more special. So Whimsy's your studs. We have so many hoops in our collection. I've kind of been going back to these lately. Our glow are just the traditional hoop. They're on the thinner side with that row of crystals. Those are very pretty. And then your statements would be something like this. This is our new, what do you call it? Rodeo. Rodeo has that drop, and just extra, if you wear your earrings longer than an inch, that takes 10 pounds off your appearance. So you're welcome. So that is our Rodeo, which would be more of a statement. So that's number 4, earrings first. So let's talk now about mixing your metals. So I showed the mixed metals with the arm party, right? I mixed the rose gold with the gold, but you can also mix your metals with your necklaces. And my favorite one to start with is our Viper. Because with Viper, you get 2 strands. There's a snake chain, and you have a gold one and you have a silver one. And this one at half price would be $40. And what I love about this Viper set is wear it together, mix your metals. I've been told you look younger if you mix your metals. But oftentimes I will take it apart and use this to layer with something else. So let me go back, for example, to the Wildcat I showed you. Remember the V-neck? I would put this on with this. I still have that drop, which is important for the V-neck of the shirt, but I just think it looks a little bit more interesting when you layer something on top of it. So the Viper is a great set if you want to mix your metals. Okay, number 6, layer lengths. You can layer your necklaces. That messy neck kind of came into style a few years ago, and it's still on trend. So don't be afraid to mix up the lengths of your necklaces. And my favorite one, because you get 2 of them, and I know some of you have this, is our Declan. And Declan, take this one off, is the 2 chains. So you have the little shiny gold coin, almost little gold coins at the top, and then the longer one. So this is a built-in duo. You can wear these together, you can wear them separately. And then I like to take a necklace that has a drop, like this is our veil. Is that not stunning? And just put that right in the middle. So that kind of is a statement look because that veil is so sparkly. But you could do the same thing with our princess. And princess is this one. And this is actually the most popular one so far. of our Timeless Romance collection. Oops, that's backwards. And this one, it's almost like a little dog tag. Get that tag there. A little dog tag with a cutout heart in the middle. Isn't that pretty? So that's not quite as big and sparkly as the veil. It's also really pretty, and it looks great layered between those two necklaces. So Declan and Princess is the name of that one. Okay, let's talk about moving from daytime to nighttime. You know, because some of you might have your office look, and then you're going to happy hour, you're meeting your girls, you're meeting your husband, whoever you're meeting. So you can change up your look. Again, like I know I keep talking about my Amazon shirt, but my Amazon shirt, I could add a blazer. I could switch out my, work sensible shoes for some higher heels would be fun. And then switch out your earrings. Maybe if you were wearing these studs during the day, you can switch to more of a statement piece at night. You could do let's see what I got here. Where are you? Little couture. This would dress it up. You could switch out your earrings, add something like our couture. That's now an evening look. You could switch out your little stretchy bracelets, maybe add a statement cuff like our Giselle. This would kind of upscale your look for evening. So switching from day to night is another thing you can do, every day if you want. All right, that's number 7. Number 8, you want to match your mood. So hoops say that you are fun and casual. Pearls say you're classic. Bling says glam, and you can dress for the vibe that you want to feel. So for the pearls, let's talk about the classic. This is our Dovey. Dovey is so pretty. Their fun pearls are only $32. Like these are what we call cart starters. And the way it works is the little pearl goes in the front and the big pearl goes in the back. I think they're inspired by Christian Dior, if I'm remembering right. So that's a very classic look with our Dovey. You could do, for hoops, our Dallas. I like these because they're a little bit chunkier, so they stand out, especially if your hair is a little bit longer, and they're hollow, so they're very lightweight. And then, of course, the bling, I already showed you the couture. These look like they could come off a runway, but there is no reason why you can't throw these on with a pair of dark jeans and a blazer and some high heels. Yep, absolutely. Or our hematite Hendrix is another one that's going to bring in a little bit of bling in that gunmetal color. So once you start playing with your mood, it's all about the balance, right? Because then we go back to the 3, right? Put your look together, have the one piece that pops. Okay, number 9, the arm balance. If you are rocking a bold statement ring, balance it with a sleeker bracelet or the opposite. So let's talk about a few statement rings. These are probably our most statement-y rings. I have on my pointer finger our Palmer, and then in my middle finger is our Monte Carlo. Those are gorgeous. Like when you're wearing a statement ring like this, you want this to draw the attention. So I probably would not wear it with this necklace because this is a statement piece, right? So pick your focus and work everything else around it. So I might go with some sleek, smaller bracelets, thinner ones like this with that statement ring. Now, the opposite, of course, is true too. I can go with maybe a more casual ring, like I'm wearing right now, our Phoebe on my middle finger and our Cutie on my pointer finger. So those are sweet, but they're not going to steal the show. They're not going to, grab someone's attention right off the bat. So I'm going to play with that and maybe put my focus on my arm party. Maybe I'm going to add our Denver, which is the white turquoise, and put that Rika right in the middle. And maybe that's my focus, is to have a really fun arm party. Because again, it goes back to what your vibe is, right? What are you feeling? And then last but not least, let's talk about your signature piece. I meet women all the time that they have like a special necklace or a special ring that they wear all the time. It's just, you're known for it, right? This is the one that someone gifted you or you inherited that piece. So you want to wear that, which is great. I love that. But may I suggest, if you have a piece like that maybe you frame it with something longer. So let's just say our Glory, because I know a lot of people do wear crosses. The Glory is your signature piece. You never take it off. You wear it all the time. Frame it with something longer like our chic necklace, because when you frame it, it actually draws more attention to the piece that you love. So that's a way to keep wearing your signature piece and never feel like you have to take it off. So that is 10 simple concepts that make styling easier every single day. So So I would love to know, which one do you love first? Everyone who comments, I'm going to put you in a drawing tomorrow for a sparkly surprise. So if you found some things that you learned or that you liked, please let me know. And as we wrap this up, especially for my friends that are watching in my VIP group, tonight is the last night to get into the drawing to maybe win free jewelry and get your name on the ticket to hopefully win a trip to Amsterdam. We are only, let me look at my last thing here. We are only $242 away. So if we get another $242, that will be drawing number 3, where someone will win the free jewelry and also get their name on a ticket to possibly win the trip to Amsterdam. Now, if you win and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to go, Park Lane will send you $1,000. So if there's something else you love, let me know by midnight tonight so that I can do the drawings, get that submitted tomorrow so that hopefully we will win. All right, my friends, if you have any questions, let me know. But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.